Gonna go on a song and say, verbatim, you still hang with them that done got your partner whacked? Okay. So you got 21 Savage on your album, and then 21 Savage get on the album and say, get him smacked, then turn around and give his brother down. So he dissing your partner on your album. Probably said it in the studio with you.
I got Wham and Savage on the phone to stop whatever could have happened with them. I got niggas on the phone.
After Young Thug stepped in and things went quiet publicly, many people thought the situation was finally dead. But in the streets, everybody knew the tension never ended. It just went silent. And silent beef is often the most dangerous type. Marlowe's camp felt justice was never truly served. To them, the person they believed was responsible kept rising in the industry, while Marlowe's family was left with nothing but pain and unanswered questions. Surveillance footage of the highway shooting showed how targeted the attack really was. This was not random. This was retaliation. Baby Drill's name kept coming up in the streets more and more. His music sounded like coded confessions. When he later got arrested on separate murder charges, the rumors only grew stronger. At the same time, Lil Baby was at the peak of his career. Tours, endorsements, and global fame were coming in non-stop. He was now carrying the weight of not just his family, but an entire team depending on him. One wrong move could have risked everything. Revenge versus survival is a choice that changes a man forever. Fans made the situation worse. Every time Baby and 21 Savage appeared together, the internet exploded. People questioned Baby's loyalty and his silence. But industry pressure is real. Labels, managers, sponsors, everyone pushed for peace because war is bad for business. Behind the scenes, not only Young Thug but also record executives, lawyers, and managers allegedly stepped in to keep the situation buried. Because if a real war broke out between these two camps, the entire Atlanta industry could have been shaken. Years later, when Marlowe's name comes up, everyone becomes uncomfortable. Carefully chosen words. Awkward pauses. That alone tells you the situation never truly healed. Marlowe's family lost a son. His friends lost a brother. The streets lost a respected name. Meanwhile, the music industry kept moving forward. Tours, charts, platinum albums. The world kept spinning. This story shows the dark side of the rap industry. Not all beef stays on the MIC. Sometimes music turns into real-life consequences. Verses turn into signals. And signals turn into violence. Today, 21 Savage continues his success. Lil Baby remains one of the biggest rappers in the world. Young Thug faces own legal storms. Baby Drill's name remains connected to controversy. Everyone moved forward, except Marlowe. And that's what makes this story so haunting. The music plays on. The money keeps flowing. But the streets never forget. They go quiet, but they always remember. At the end of the day, this is a story of loyalty, betrayal, survival, and the price of mixing the streets with the music industry. Let me know in the comments what you think about how this whole situation played out. And make sure you subscribe for more real stories behind the industry. Imagine this. Your closest day one friend, somebody who's been with you since the start, gets killed on the highway. Then you later find out someone you considered a friend in the industry was allegedly connected to it. That's a situation people believe happened between Lil Baby and 21 Savage after Marlowe's death, and the streets have been buzzing about it ever since. Today, we're breaking down the alleged role 21 Savage played in what happened to Lil Baby's best friend, why Marlowe was targeted, and how Young Thug had to step in before Atlanta turned into a full-blown war zone. Stay until the end because this story runs much deeper than what the public sees. I'm about to break down the street politics behind it all. First, let's talk about how close Baby and Marlowe truly were. This wasn't just music business or rap friendships. These two came up together from the same neighborhood. They were real brothers from the trenches, both growing up in Bankhead, one of Atlanta's roughest areas. When they both signed to Quality Control around the same time, it looked like they were about to rise together. But things didn't turn out that way. While Baby's career skyrocketed, Marlowe's music never reached the same level of success. According to QC's P, since Marlowe wasn't making the same kind of money through rap, he stayed involved in street life to maintain the same lifestyle. Baby tried hard to pull him fully into the music world. He helped him get signed, brought him to the studio constantly, put him on records, and pushed him to stay focused on rap instead of the streets. In interviews, you could tell how much Baby believed in Marlo and wanted him to win the right way. But Marlo wouldn't fully leave the street life behind. Even with opportunity, money, and support, he stayed active in Bankhead, and that decision would eventually lead to everything that followed, and the situation that tied into 21 Savage. What many fans don't understand is that Marlo wasn't just pretending to be tough. In the streets, he was really respected long before the music. He had strong ties to PFK, also known as 3L, a group connected to the Goodfellas. According to Street Talk, Marlo wasn't only involved in music. He was allegedly active in real street operations. The most important moment that placed him directly on 21 Savage radar was a reported death of Capo Nuke. Nuke was said to be a respected Goodfellas member with links to 4L, the crew associated with 21 Savage. The rumor in the streets is that Nuke was dealing with Marlo's child's mother, and Marlo allegedly took that as serious disrespect. According to the same street sources, Marlo reportedly put the call out on Nuke. If true, that single action sealed his fate because Nuke's death was never going to be ignored. To understand how Marlo was taken out, you have to know about Baby Drill, whose real name is Del Cristo Wilson. He was a young member tied to 4L, and was known for wanting recognition in both the streets and music. Baby Drill came up under that 4L system and was viewed as someone willing to prove himself. According to the streets, once a reward was allegedly placed on Marlo, Baby Drill saw it as a chance to gain serious status. After Marlo's death, Drill later made music where he seemingly hinted at the situation, including songs like 32 Freestyle, where he referenced dropping a major opponent at a young age. On July 11, 2020, reports say that Marlo was followed from a Bankhead gathering to I-285, where his vehicle was shot up, leading to his death. Baby Drill was later arrested in a separate homicide case, further adding to his reputation. To understand why Marlo and 21 Savage were allegedly on opposite sides, you have to understand Atlanta's gang politics. 21 Savage is linked to 4L, while Marlo had ties to PFK and 3L. At one time, these groups were cool. There's even old footage showing 21 and Marlo together in the hood. That changed after Capo Nuke's death. After that, tensions exploded. Members from 4L allegedly began targeting people associated with 3L through shootings, robberies, and pressure in the streets. One of the biggest losses was Mad Rock, a young 4L member who was killed in retaliation. From that point on, it became a non-stop cycle of violence. One of the coldest moments in this whole situation was when 21 Savage allegedly dissed Marlo on Lil Baby's own album. Many people felt the lines were clear jabs at Marlo while Baby was still grieving. That move shocked a lot of fans because it showed how confident 21 seemed that Baby wouldn't respond. It looked like a test of Baby's loyalty versus industry survival. According to sources close to the situation, when Baby eventually realized who was allegedly behind Marlo's death, he was devastated. The streets say he was ready to retaliate immediately, but business complicated everything. Both artists were making millions, backed by big labels. Even worse was the idea that 21 had been interacting with Baby publicly while knowing what happened privately. Young Thug ultimately stepped in to stop things from fully erupting. Thug has always pushed the idea that Atlanta artists must stay united. When he saw how serious attention was getting, he reportedly got both Baby and 21 on a call and told them to squash it for the sake of the city and everyone's future. Publicly, the beef died down, but the streets never forgot. Things got even more messy when Gunna later referenced the situation in his music, hinting that Baby was around someone connected to his best friend's death. Fans also noticed Baby deleting posts about Marlo shortly after uploading them, which only fueled rumors. Over time, Baby completely stopped posting tributes to Marlo, which raised even more questions. Before, he used to honor him on birthdays and anniversaries. After the truth started circulating, everything stopped. This entire situation exposed how deep the politics of Atlanta really go. Artists are millionaires but still connected to crews at war. Loyalty, money, and survival all clash at the same time. Street commentators have said this situation hurt Baby's credibility because people couldn't understand how someone could stay cool with the people tied to his best friend's death. But business pressure is real. Labels, sponsors, and partnerships all depend on staying neutral and keeping peace. At the end of the day, this is a story of loyalty, betrayal, and the price of mixing street life with the music industry. Lil Baby lost his closest friend. 21 Savage was allegedly connected through street ties. Young Thug prevented the situation from becoming a full war.